Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? I'm good, I'm good. Watching this market trade out. It's funny. I put a poll out on Twitter. This is hilarious, actually. Do retail traders really want to put in the work to be successful, or do they just want to be sold a dream? I only got 2 votes. Let's see. So far, it's 50-50. One yes, one no. Uh, funny, funny. All right, let's get to work. Overnight inventory. It's all about inventory, my friends, right? That's why we call it a market. It's all about inventory. Overnight inventory is short. Why is it short? Because I'd say probably about 98% of the volume is underneath yesterday's close. So, given that situation, we keep looking for longs. Now, remember, today is month end. Okay? So, being month end, it means basically that we could have a little bit of extra traffic, maybe a little extra chop. Might get a couple of really big candles and then it slows down. And then another couple of big candles and then it slows down. So that's what we want to look out for. Okay. That's a possibility. Okay. What we're trying to do is we're trying to educate you guys and ladies on business. And sometimes that's really hard. So basically, we're inside the last 2 trading sessions. Right, so this is Wednesday and Tuesday. This is Monday. If you go in and we go and put in all the overnight sessions, you can see we're in a distribution balance, right? The accumulation of the product was here. We're taking this and we're selling it up here. Now, every time we dip underneath 75.10, we catch a bid and move back up, right? So, 75.11. 75.11, we keep either not taking it out. In Globex tonight, we did a look below and fail of that. And that was a good trade had you been up at like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. But as we go into month end, we're still in distribution. I'm thinking unless something really strange happens, we're going to close over the 7,500 mark to mark this month off, right? And then, is it not next week, but the week after, we will go into contract rollover, right? So this year is sort of barreling by. It's going by pretty quick. You know, we're already up to June. Today is month end. Tomorrow is the last trading day of the month. So be aware of that, right? So month end means please do not throw away the money that you made this month, okay? In simple layman's terms, month end means you made a bit of money this month. Please don't give it all back today and tomorrow, okay? That would not be a good thing, okay? That's what we're trying to teach you once again, the business. Because no amount of trading psychology in the world is going to take the place of skill. So we want you to have skill and then use trading psychology, okay? So what are we looking for today? We're looking for a break of the overnight low of the or the overnight high to go with. If that doesn't happen, it's just going to be back and forth again between 75.11 and 75.56. Okay? Let's go take a look and see what we're looking at. We just had a nice big stop run to the upside. Overnight point of control is 75.30, which means that's where the goods are priced right now. We're selling at 75.35, so a little bit of a premium, right? To get a discount, we're going to have to go underneath 75.24. Okay? Remember, folks, it's just a market. So that's why we do these things called balance zones, cost basis, right? So you've got a cost basis here. This is 2 times discount, and this is 4 times discount, right? This is 2 times profit, and then 4 times profit, right? So that's all we're doing. We're just looking to see on the chart, are we getting a good deal, right? If it's overpriced, maybe if a seller comes along and starts pushing price lower, hey, look, maybe we got a short, right? Here you can see clearly there is a seller 75.38, right? There's a 38 seller and they just moved down to 37 quarters, half. So if you're looking for a look below and fail of this, you might want to wait a little while until we clear 38.39 and then take the right up to 41. Right? You always want to buy at the edge, the bottom of a zone, not the top, because you're looking for the best deal. Okay? So, what are the rules for today? Rules for today are no overtrading, no fantasy, no fantasy I'm a mermaid riding a unicorn trades, okay? You're not a mermaid and you're not riding a unicorn, okay? So your trades have to be based in reality, okay? It's month end. If you had a good month, for the love of God, size down today. Yeah, no kidding, right? Right? If you didn't have a good month, if you lost money this month, today is not the day to make it back. You have all next month to do it, right? And as my old boss T-Bone would say, and excuse the language, please don't fuck it up, right? Don't fuck it up. Don't be an idiot and fuck it up, okay? Here we go. We're over 38 now. We're going to see where they sell into it. There's a small position here. Let's see if they sell into it. Where they sell into it is going to tell you where the offer is. And if you know where the offer is, gosh, you're ahead of 90% of the people, right? It's been it's been like 32 degrees Celsius in the UK. It's been very warm. I'm glad I had two good trades this morning and I made my daily bread. So I'm just going to switch to the micro because I'm tired as hell. If you can hear it in my voice, right? The heat just sort of really gets to you. So there, you see we have a seller just under 39 and we're back to this chop. So right before the open, you guys know, okay, it's a bit of chop. That seller is there. Now you have a little bit of market intelligence for the open. Okay. Don't worry, there'll be some good trades. Okay. But there are going to be times where it's choppy and then it breaks. This is typical month end, right? We should have month end trading rules, right? What do you guys think? Or are you guys sick of rules? Should we have month end trading rules? Hey George, how you doing? Okay. So off we go, we're open. Let it chop around. There's no reason to just throw money away. Remember, inventory is short. Right now we're looking for the bid. The bid is where the sellers will stop selling. Is it at 33? Is it at VWAP? We don't know, right? So we got sellers at 37. Let's see if 33 holds. The overnight point of control is where? 75.30. That's where the overnight inventory is priced. I found a bid at 33. Why did I say 33? Not just because I've got a pretty level here, but there's this little cluster that I see a position. That position we took and sold, and we went right back to where that position is. Did I buy it? No. I'm just watching, right? I've made my money for the day in Globex, and that's the nice thing about Globex, right? So month-end trading rules, number one, size down, right? Number two, no unicorn mermaid trades. Number three, don't be a dumbass. What does that mean? That means A plus setups only. Now, if you don't know what an A plus setup is, that's cool. Come into the tradingsyndicate.org and we will teach you what an A plus setup is. An A plus setup is a repeatable business practice that allows you to make money and not risk a lot of capital, right? Yeah, and no tears, right? As Ivan Goodfriend said to John Merriweather in Liar's Poker, one hand, 1 million, no tears. That was quick, LC. I'm looking to see what happens when we come down and tickle VWAP. Because my next area of interest is this little group of candles here. Right, there's one here, and there's one here, and then there's there's a cost basis here. Notice how it's having a hard time selling off smooth. Right? It sells and sticks and sells and sticks and sell very hard. If you are short underneath 35, go put some bids down here at 30, right? 30, 31. And if those bids don't get filled, take the offer. If they get filled, you can stay short down to VWAP. Okay? There's that overnight point of control. VWAP's at 29.75. Hey, Cloner, I see your comment, but I'm not going to comment. I try my best to stay the hell out of politics. So there's that VWAP bid. Let's see if it holds, right? What's up, DC? Welcome to the folks joining us on YouTube. It's okay, man. I understand people are frustrated. Thing is, I grew up, my father used to write speeches for politicians. So I don't believe a damn thing any of them say. Right? It's like reading companies' news releases. Right? My dad used to write speeches for politicians. I used to write news releases for public companies when the CEOs were too drunk to write them themselves. Nice short TBD. I'm looking to see if we can come tickle the 25s. But there's a little bit of a position here. If we can't get back down under 24, it'll start to rotate back up, and then you'll have sellers here and here. Just give it some time. No rush. Now, I know I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but the goal of every retail trader, and you guys might think I'm crazy, but I've been the trader to quite a few billionaires and a heck of a lot more multimillionaires. And I'll tell you something, they don't work on Fridays and they don't work at month end. They've made their money. What I think the goal of every retail trader is to not trade the last 2 days of the month, is to make your money and then take the last 2 days of the month and like go to Spain or something, right? Go on holidays. Don't see a trade here just yet. I'm looking for a look below and fail of 24 and 3/4 because it's the edge of this zone, right? That's what you should be doing. You shouldn't be trying to grind out money on the last 2 days of the month because that's when there's the most traffic and it's most likely that you're going to get run over by some stray order that you don't even know exists, right? It's so easy to get sucked into month end, right? So easy. See how small the candles are here? See the last three or four 1 minute candles? You see how small they are? That's telling you the business is slowing down. And a lot of people will go and buy this and put their stop at 25. And then they'll start getting stopped out, right? Let these guys do their work. Let them handle their business, right? You want to buy the product when all the suckers have been flushed out of it. You don't want to be one of the suckers who gets flushed. Does that resonate with you guys? Does that make sense? Right? You don't want to be the sucker at the table. You want to take advantage of the other suckers. Right? You don't have to be TBD. You want to be like those, those 90s supermodels who always showed up to the party late and made an entrance. Right? You want to be like that, right? You don't want to get to the party too early. You don't want to be too eager, right? Make an entrance. As long as the candles continue to be small like this, just relax, right? You can see how we're slowing down as we get to that 25. And you can see the size coming in, right? There's a point of control here. Come on, let's see. Come on. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for somebody to get a little antsy and start selling, right? There's a stop at 24 and a half. And everybody is front running that stop. Hey, Badir. So we just tickled that 25. If you jumped in long, you might be a little early. Your stop's going to be 24, right? And make sure that you put your sell orders out. VWAP's at 29 half. You know, if you are buying a position here, put some orders out underneath VWAP. Otherwise, just wait for a look below and fail. Month end is the best time. What you should be doing on month end is reviewing your trades. Where did I go wrong? Where did I go right? What do I need to work on? Do I need to work on discipline? Do I have to work on timing? Am I jumping the gun? Am I trading too fast? Am I taking on too much size? Go through that and review. This chop is going to annoy a lot of people. Don't let it annoy you. Okay? And this is why This is where practical trading psychology plus business knowledge comes into effect. Trading psychology by itself is useless. You combine trading psychology with knowledge of how the business works, now you're cooking with gas. Because it's like trying to say, oh, I don't know how to fly this plane. I need to go see a psychologist. Well, did you go to flight school? No. Oh, I want to be a surgeon, but I need a psychologist. Do you know that you don't perform brain surgery at the ankles, right? Oh, right. I'm not anti-trading psychology. Just don't use it as a crutch. If you are long 26, 27, you should be out some of your position here, right? In the 29s, right? Sell into strength. This is trading. You're not an investor. If you do not take, if you're long 26, you're long 27, you should be out. You should be flat by now. If you're not doing something right. Right? You make 3, 4 points on 2 to 3 contracts. Even if you make 3 points on 3 contracts, you're making more money than 99% of the people out there trading. You know, if you're doing on one trade, if you make $150 to $300, and you do that trade once a day, there's 20 trading days, right? You're doing okay. You're making 3 to 6 grand a month. And I'll tell you for sure, there's maybe less than 5% of traders who make that kind of money. Now, you're seeing the ads for the people who say they're making 30, 50 grand a day. But they're not making 30 to 50 grand a day. They're making that off your subscriptions and the products they're selling you. Learn how to make an income. We'll teach you. All you got to do is be willing to do a little bit of work. Not a lot. Are you selling into strength? You should be selling into strength, right? If you're still long, next sell order, 32. If it gets over 32, where's your next sell order? Your sell order should be just under the top of the next candles. Okay? And if they don't get executed, if you're long 26, 27, and you don't get a fill at 32, sell it at 31 and a half. Don't be a dick for a tick, right? You can see it's choppy, right? You can see the position is here. The position is built through time. Time and volume traded at a price builds a position, and then the market goes to sell it. Right? This is where they went to the store. That's where they went to wholesale and bought the product. They tried to sell it up here, but they couldn't, so they brought it back down to cost basis. Do you guys understand that? This is a cost basis. Do you guys know what a cost basis is? Anybody not know what a cost basis is? It's okay if you don't know what a cost basis is, because honestly, when I talk to people, I realize that they don't know what cost basis is. Cost basis is if you buy one share of stock at $1 and you buy another one at 2, you own 2 shares of stock at $1.50. Okay? It is the cost. of your product. So when you're buying, should you be buying at 4 times cost? Right. So if a car is 100 grand, should you be buying it 400 grand, trying to flip it at 800? Okay, sure, if it's like a one-off Bugatti or something, but what if there's thousands of other cars that are exactly the same? Remember, we're all trading the same product. So your ES contract is no better than mine. It's not like you have a gold-plated ES contract and Josh has a platinum-plated ES contract, right? And Dave has an ES contract that's got spinners on it, right? They're all the same contract, right? Sell into strength. Now let's wait for the next trade. Let's see if we can get under that 24 and 3/4. Hmm. Remember, the slower the market, the smaller the candles. So when these candles get really small, it means business is slow. It can. No. It can happen. Let me just respond to this here. And the reason it can happen is because the double top means sellers are competing at that level. And that's the most important part, right? The double bottom, if I could type here, the double bottom means that buyers are stepping in and sellers see that and raise price. Hey, T. Carlin 420. So it can be like 1/2 hour period over the other. Well, they heard you, Raj. Raj just said can't get any over VWAP. Boom, there we go. As soon as you type that, boom, we got that big green candle. Right? Somebody just dropped a size order. That's all it is. Could have been it could have been news, right? Don't worry about it, Howard. Howard, you know exactly what that was. That's a large. How many times have we had that conversation? How many times have we? That big red or big green candle means a big order. It's slow, and then all of a sudden somebody comes to buy size. Exactly. There you go. Right? There you go. Could you have caught it? No. If you were long already, fine. You're doing great. But if you're not long, don't worry about it. Right? No, 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 no. Hey, honey badger. No, it's not to squeeze. It does squeeze, but the intention is that a large order comes into the market and there is not enough supply at that exact time, right? So it's not intentionally designed to squeeze, but it does end up squeezing everybody. So now anyone who's short under 75.30 is now getting their head kicked in, right? No problem. My pleasure, right? Because these markets are electronically traded and they're very, very, very efficient. So if we were at 75.28 and Howard came in, exactly, if Howard came in to buy 3,000 contracts and he went in right away and didn't stagger that order or cut it up, you'd get that big green candle. And remember what we tell you, folks. Remember, when the market sells off, right? Whoops. When the market sells off, the shorts come in and cover, wholesales build a long position. Now the people who short here, the dumb money shorts who short here and add here, when they realize that they're screwed, they all go to cover at the same time and you get that big move up. Right? It happens all the time. You will see it. And you'll see it especially on days like month end. Today is month end. What does that mean in real terms? What that means is today's the day that you have to pay your bill. So if you're a big prop trader and you're using a prime brokerage account and you're offside, you have to clear up those positions at the end of the day. Otherwise, you have to give the firm more money to hold those trades, right? So a lot of traders, instead of doing that, will start closing positions and clearing up what we call our trade blotter, right? It's called a blotter. In the old days, that was a big thing, the trade blotter, right? Or your trade book. Now we got to look above and fail of 35 3/4. I'll be targeting VWAP on the downside here. Hey Anne Marie, how are you? Yeah, month end is Anne Marie, month end comes along a lot faster ever since I got over 50 years of age. Like I blink and it's month end, and then I blink again and it's the next month end. You know why I always remember month end? Because when I was on the desk, we always had to clear up debits, right? Because you'd let your clients trade on credit, and the compliance officer would be standing over my shoulder and going, "What about this guy? He's offside 300 grand. Get that cleared up by the end of the day, or we'll sell him out." Right? We are going to turn over the ES contract in the middle of June. Right? And that's another thing. It feels like we just rolled over this contract, for God's sakes. I can't believe 3 months has gone by. It's like we blink and 2026 will be over. Time is going too quickly, right? It is crazy. I mean, I used to mark the years by the deals I did. So, you know, 2009 there was a deal, 2010 there was a deal. 2006 I did 2 deals, you know, 2004. So I marked I have symbols, but ever since I stopped doing deals, it all kind of molds together. No, but they de-risk. Depends on their strategy. It all depends. Every institution trades differently. They all have different investment strategies and analysts. I've been the primary trader on 200 deals. I've done about 20 deals where I've actually owned stock in the company, and I've been like a partner, and about 180 that I've worked on as sort of as kind of a specialist, right? What causes slow business? Just like Walmart, Jimmy, right? Or when your uncle's doing that auction, right? Sometimes you get a car that nobody wants, and you'll see the number of bids go down, right? Then you see a hot car come in, and then all of a sudden the bids come in. It's just the same. It's the exact same thing, right? And it always slows down after a certain price. Like, how much do you want for a 73 Dodge Dart? What, you want 50 grand for a Dodge Dart with a slant six? I don't think so, right? George, I've got good news for you, George. If you need help rolling over, come into our trading room. I've got a video I did that is a step-by-step, low headache way to roll over your futures contract. But I tell you, man, I went like years before I came up with a step-by-step method for rollover. And I wish it'd be nice if we didn't have to roll them over, right? It's like seriously, you want 50 grand for a Chevy Vega? They do not. Like on my contract, you'll see, and I've got this all in. We've got a video TBD, right? So in my contract, I do this. I use continuous futures contract, volume-based rollover, back adjusted, right? Now, a lot of people will say, don't use that, but I'm a volume guy, and this is a volume business, so I want to know where the volume is. Because I need to know where the bodies are buried. And it works really nicely. So I can't believe I'm getting this video out already. Man alive. Seems like I just dropped this video. Can't believe 3 months have gone by. Okay, I'm going to post it in the room. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Oh boy, oh, we caught a bid. Sorry, I got distracted with this rollover business. Yeah, and tomorrow's Friday. Staying over 38, 39, we're going to be targeting the 41s, and then there's a stop up here. It's been a rough week, and I told everybody on Tuesday, I said it's going to be a rough week trading. You got to really, 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 if you're just joining us, Mike, give yourself a new rule. Don't trade month end. Don't trade the last week of the month. If you're up money during the month, the last couple of days of the month, especially the last 2-3 days, don't trade because it's very unpredictable. Exactly. The sellers are competing at those candles. Very good, George. Very good, right? That 1 minute chart will give you so much information. It's unreal. You got to zoom out, Mike. You should always have a calendar on your desk and mark month end, or use that Groove with your smartphone and put, okay, month end is, coming up. Today's month end, tomorrow's last trading day of the month. I am going to chill out. And I always get into trouble because people say, hey, he's telling us not to trade. I'm like, no, listen, you're going to lose money at the end of the month. Why not just take the month off, take the money that you made, and go to the beach? Is it so hard to take a couple of days off? I don't understand what you're saying. Yeah. Look above and fail of 37.5. Yeah, don't look at the DOM, folks. It's a waste of time. Yeah, and see the thing is, Mike, you should come into the room. We'll teach you how not to trade breakouts. Breakouts are for suckers. You guys don't know that. It sounds rude to say it, but breakout trading is for suckers. Because the breakout, what that does, let me tell you what the breakout does. Like just like we saw a breakout just now, 3 minutes ago, right? You just saw the thing break out here, and everybody followed it, and then they just got shanked, right? Breakout trades are for suckers because we break the price out. Everybody follows like sheep, and that's when we slam you and hammer you because then we get to sell into that. When you break a market out, it creates buyers. Number one, shorts come in to cover. Number two, sucker longs come in with their eyes closed. And that way you get to kill two people instead of one. Breakout trading is for suckers. Would you be able to say a word or two about opening gaps in relation to close price? When a market gaps up, we're looking to sell into it, Redcom. When a market gaps up, right, we're looking to sell into it. When it gaps down, we're looking to cover into it, right? So I will gap a market or stock to distribute size. Pilot trading. I don't know what pilot trading is. You mean test trades? I use test trades. There's nothing wrong with test trading. To see if your levels are working, to see if your brain is working. Is that what you mean, Aaron? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pilot trading. Yeah, I just call it, testing it with a couple of micros. Nothing wrong with that, right? If you're unsure of yourself, it's a good thing. No problem, Redcom. We love gapping a stock up at the open, right? You close a stock at $3. This is what I used to do. In the old days, we'd try and we need to sell stock. So we hold it at 350, 4, and then we close it at say 350, right? The next morning what I do is I get up really early and I call all my market makers and I tell them to get the hell out of the way, right? I go, I'm starting the paper route. So they all take their offers and they'll be offered at 375, 380, 390. All those offers will just disappear. So, a couple hours before the open, now you can do it hours before the open. You start moving the stock up. So when the stop, like it closed at 350, I'll open it at 5, gap it hard to 6, and then slam it back down because I can sell a lot of size. Right now, it's not forming a new balance zone. I mean, if you want to force it, maybe 75.33 to 38.39, somewhere like that. No problem, Redcom. You might be right. My eyes are starting to get a bit tired, so it could be a little bit of a new balance zone, that's for sure. Okay, what's next? What's next here? Hmm. And we take out those 40s, 41, and then that stop up there at 75.44. Now, if there are enough people short under 75.36, and they all start to cover at the same time, you'll get more of a move up. Not, it's not happening just yet. Any questions? What's going on with the coin of bitterness? It's gotten just a dirty licking today. It's down to what, 1,600 bucks? Who? Is everybody, you shorted it, eh, Leslie? Oh, cool. So how do you short Bitcoin? Do you have to borrow it to short it? BITI. Okay. Oh, inverse ETFs. Interesting. Oh, they're selling Bitcoin to buy the this whole Mars thing, Mars attacks. Okay. Hey, you know what? Give the people what they want, right? If they want to go to Mars, sell them what they need to go to Mars, right? Why not? Who am I to argue? Last thing I want to do is strap myself to a rocket and blast off Earth. But hey, to each their own. I'm not a hater. I just send me to Hawaii, man. Just send me to Hawaii. I'll be happy. I don't need to freaking go to Mars. You know? Ah, it's getting slow and choppy again. What's our next move here? Oh yeah, he's a Top Gun guy. Oh cool. Look at this, folks. We're just stuck square in that balance. Hurry up and do nothing. Oh, good stuff, Mike. Good stuff. Oh boy, what a snooze fest. I used to love shorting before 2005. Yeah, look below and fail of 35 and 3/4. Thank you, animal. Sellers up here just on 37 and a half. If we clear that, then we'll get back up. If we take out this area, that nullifies that look below and fail. Holy Christmas, look at that. Well, there you go. Animal spirits, you called it, man. Holy, look at that. And my screen froze. And froze again. And froze again. Obviously, some news came out. War must be over again. Did we land on the moon? I know what the news is. I got it. My charts have frozen. What the hell? And that is why I hate retail trading systems. We just don't have the infrastructure. The institutions are trading. We are frozen. I don't like that. It's not fair. It's really not fair. I bet you I know what the news is. I bet you they brought back the McRib. They brought back the McRib. I told you the shorts. This is month end. Frickin' month end, man. At least the levels are working, right? Frickin' month end. They just had to stick the knife into the shorts again. It's got to be the McRib. What a crazy business this is. No kidding. And look how fast it's going to come. It's going to fall apart like a cheap suit too. Nice work, William. You got lucky. That is an all-time high, over 75.71. We have an overnight high. No, it's an all-time high. 75.74, new all-time high. Oh, okay, we can go back to sleep now. Oh, what a freak fest. Well, that's the thing about this business. Never a dull moment, eh? Never a dull moment. Now, knowing that that data froze like that, I'm not going to trade. I don't trust the infrastructure, right? I mean, I'm running 64 gigs of RAM. I'm on gigabit Ethernet, right? And still, right? And still, Sierra charts froze. The data froze, right? We don't have industrial strength data, right? Can you see Ford now? Ford, like Ford F-150, is an AI play now. Get out of here. No way. Really? Like, isn't built Ford tough? Oh, let me look. I'll take a look. Head and Shoulders Traders Direct. Oh, thanks, Sebastian. No, I haven't seen that. I do use CQG. I do use CQG. I didn't know they hate it. All retail trading systems are dodgy, right? We pay 50 to $100 a month for data. Institutions pay 200 grand for their data feeds, right? It's a bit of a different, it's different. I'll take a look, Randy. So what's the deal with Ford? So now you're going to put AI in F-150s? Leaping lizards, look at the stock. Randy, okay, battery systems for data centers. Gee, Willikers, look at the stock. I'll do some levels. No worries, George. I mean, Mike, take it easy, brother. Right? Exactly. Dodgy retail data is a feature for the pros. Definitely. Right? Yeah. I don't know. I don't mind missing those big moves. Right? Doesn't bother me at all. I could care less. Right? Those glory moves they're good for people, but as long as I'm not in a trade, I'll wait till it slows down. Right? I do have CQG on my other trading software on my Sierra. I didn't even notice if it froze. Oh, that's good, Raj. Well, the levels are working. 75, 74 and a quarter worked. We hit 74. That's always good. Oh, I tell you, you don't trade it. Can you imagine how much slippage there was on those stops? Yeah, you don't want to trade. You don't have to trade these moves. Him 92. You don't want the glory moves. Trading should be nice, easy, and boring, where you're making 500 or 1,000 bucks a day without much stress, and it adds up over time. If you can do 500 to 1,000 a day on nice, boring trades, right? You can make 10, 20 grand a month without losing your hair, right? The biggest thing for you young traders, I know when you're young, you're chasing that rush. If you want to chase the rush, take up skydiving or bungee jumping or something. Don't chase the rush financially. You want to make money in a boring way and just make money every day and have it just add up, right? Yeah, on the bright side, every price got one contract, right? Yeah. Okay, folks. Now we're going to backfill that move back underneath the previous day high. You know, this market, that was a huge stop run, caught a lot of people. Now what you want to do is see if we can get back up over 75.58 or come back down underneath it, right? Oh boy. Alrighty. I almost said, so we're going to leave you now. Have a good weekend. I think I'm ready for the weekend already. Oh man. Definitely had a Danny Glover moment there, you know. I'm too old for this. Ugh. Wow. I hope not too many people got really hurt on that move. Wow. Any questions? No, I'll be here to tomorrow. I'm not cutting out that early. After all these years, what's trading for me now? I like nice, boring, relaxed trades. Flow with the wind. I don't get excited about it anymore, but I do love it, right? What I really miss, I miss doing deals with my old crew because as an executing trader, I would work with different crews, right? So I had a crew out of Los Angeles and La Jolla down in San Diego. I had a crew out of Texas, out of Houston. I had a crew out of Washington State. I had a crew out of Florida, a couple of them. I had a crew out of Long Island, right? And I would work with these different groups. They would take deals public, and I was their executing trader. I had a couple of crews out of New York that I worked with, older guys, right? These older guys would never talk on the phone. They would fly me in. We'd have a meeting. Everybody knew what they had to do. No communication by phone, no instant messenger, no email, nothing in writing, nothing on paper. Everybody just knew what to do when the stock started moving, right? So I had all these different groups or crews of people that I used to work with, and that was fun. I miss that a lot because each crew had different characters, right? If you ever seen the movie Ocean's 11, it was like that. We had a different guy for every job, right? And that was fun, man. It was a good time. Never laughed so much and made so much money, and just it was great, you know. At times it was stressful, but you know, you always made good money. Like on a crappy deal, you would make 300-400 grand, right? You know, on good deals, you know, on some deals, you know, you'd work for 18, 24 months, And, you'd split up, between 15, 20 guys, you could split up 80 million bucks, right? It was fun. It was great. I loved every minute of it. I loved every minute of it. And that's why I started the trading room with Steve, because I miss working with people. I don't like trading by myself in a room, right? I love doing deals. I love talking to people, meeting new people. I get bored very quickly. So, yeah, it's always nice to have interaction. I mean, even some of the crazy people on YouTube, you know, I might get annoyed, but I always laugh, you know? It's like when I was a bouncer and you work the front door of a club, you never know who's going to drop by. Hey, anywho, be careful if we don't get back under 75.57 if you're a short seller. Be very careful, okay? It's month end. We just got our month end surprise. I mean, do you think it's coincidence that they put out that news on month end and caused a short squeeze? Well, let me take off my tinfoil hat. Be sharp out there, folks, okay? Make sure you watch your risk today. Okay, watch your risk. If you have any issues or problems, reach out. I'm around. And we will see you tomorrow morning. Folks in the room, let me know if you want to do a session tomorrow at 11. Okay? I know Fridays usually aren't good. People pretty much out of concentration by then, but let me know. Okay? Thank you, everyone. Have a great morning, great afternoon, and we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, as usual, I'm JJ. This is the tradingsyndicate.org, and this is where we teach regular people how to make real money, and we generally really try and help people out. So trade safe, be smart, and don't take candy from strange market makers, okay? Thanks, everyone. Appreciate you guys. Bye.